meboa including the head coach ye wiye na Save Ghana Football for your demonstration meetings so and after the FNA the criteria by some befa coach for even before the appointment of Otuado as Blasters head coach no zoto say na fa beto dwa say nipa be 4 pebi and our Blasters technical team no ma epam wo mo omo ma Canada omo ye adwuma asu na ba bontese ye gu Blasters technical team omo the criteria ne ba ye no so be say questions o and almost say almost a proving winner Blasters head coach the first thing coach na ye fan should be a proving winner me pacho Otuado a proving winner okay almost say also what the highest license in world football also what experience in top level coaching for 15 years Otuado obi and say we need these 2 exceptional qualities because proving winner no quite the mudi kind and say they football license and say they experience about so top class coaches in the game may apply for Blasters job no? Because must say the appointment of the next Blasters coach will be done through interviews. Coaches will apply for the job from nowhere. Mizoto tin years old to add on the neighbor Bobby and that this FA president Yakobida na Ghana my kakra population over 30 million omo mumpe football nyina wom eno omo mumpe football nyina aka ho president of the land your man 8 years GFA president our office rooms e wo 20 18 Premier League clubs Division 1 SA usi yam 8 years na yakwo in the constitution of the FA no nko ade tintin to so be so sesa no. How can that be possible? And we have football people supporting the actually say yanka baby efini baby ayedru. There na mo yenti agana ni bi anim. Eti wuti baby na Mr. Otuo. E bia ya send momo kakra bia brawo. Ya ye bibi kakra bia bia to support her. Dwene Ghana ho. Where we are heading towards, especially when it comes to our football. Ono aminim so atene dem na e ka oni ni sum ya. He onim so wa faili. So on faili ya on pay for 30. On find the manifesto. And you're more kind so be the Ghana football. Now on share, so what me achieve even 5% of the manifesto. This is an FA report coming FIFA. So I 80 boreholes. FIFA do ma yiba almost there be o manga so mo be almost mo the pitch. Now we see we boreholes no. So to na see ball so the nya pitch now dey improve. GFA president team Dreams FC. Ye two borehole ni bi. Ewo the say ye fa upgrade your mo pitch no. Ye be about 2024-2025 leagues. Club licensing board call your mo inspection. The pitch back where so venue back where so mo pitching ye the it what is the essence of the borehole now 2 years no. The club administrators should think and think deep. Forget about 5,000 at the amount. Forget about 10,000 at the amount. Think about Ghana football. Anywhere we are heading to. And you nipa be na enum nsia bi e no madane football no mo personal property. Ni anti Ghana ha. E drew point so. It looks like every single worker at Dreams FC occupy position on national team. Nya Ghana ha na si here. Enya administration we mu na si here. Eto mo nko na betimi aye adwuma we national teams mu. Is that what the FA president is telling us? Na mo yes anyoma we nyina matese so mo be unity meeting. Ogu amount for clubs. Amount for investment mama na say. O be petete munti usi unity meeting. Na ya na umblemu obi am so too. Ya yen central for isu kan ho. Me I always say so too. E we as na it obi o wasase su bia we interest. But it should be a positive interest. And your interest had egu. Na Mr. To yababe hu. Yes, kaseye. You don't do that. Sadia ne ye na bia ebo so abuana de we yem hu dawura. Obi ansi hu kwan seye. It is that ko kan fa no so ka ho. Ye gina ba bi ye gina because of ya. Obu ho a oto no wakasam zoto. Unim se na asem na waka no. Eni training 9.
So he has been motivated.
So yes oba no baba ka.
Okay. I
think sir zoto. Baby aye keka ko ne de. Malaji Gruza kan sem omu nyina no se Gruza se woka ho bi ba bi ejina on na dia omu nyina kan me nanka na sa ade de yemu bi yehu from day one Zoto yehu from day one because the FA president ni interview or Joy FM our car say he cannot work with his enemies one in the enemy the moment I criticizing no or classify was an enemy meboa it is if this is the kind of leader you need to lead our football amount for investment and the family members and attitude football team so babe lead you omo ebi freedom na na doma hene team Eduana Stars Brekum na na Kwame team ebi free northern part of the country ebi free western part of the country yes na you baby FA president nsu free amount for mu free baby bebre na akika bom no mati team no mo de Ghana football wo de oba ya o say you cannot work with your enemies clear definition dey atofia no
they are close with the FA. They are not in bad terms with the FA.
When I no go no America.
You know,
Mediama, Mr. Otu. In the beginning, time and not yet started. In the beginning, time and not yet.
He was my schoolmate. As someone, or a former Kotoko player. O she just no can hobby. O she just but I'm somebody change square man.
Born a Ghana select side in Tijibo. Look at the Bemwa. Milto. Mediama now they are in extreme Ghana so to
Ghana
as I'm one or Botimbe.
Ghana select.
To enti Mediama Adriana Kotoko had to folk.
Karamba Zami can be one majai.
Moto Mediama. They are with the FA.
They be almost every day.
I'm so too yes.
I know the Biana. To about me
Moto
uncommon am na go say.
Moto
them we are fast quartet
because Moto
true voting.
And come I di nyina na yesef. We are hoping that these clubs will rise up and omo na betimi execute to the change that we are all calling for because it's the Ghana Football Association. Unless there's a political strength coming from somewhere, which is bigger than Ghana football.
It's not always.
Okay, it's not always. But the name said that one.
Any clubs and assistant
in TG Bibisa.
I'm saying that everything is part of the process.
It's part, but the any more a bit
one side.
Aha, but one side on. Name say dear a fasoba unless something different. There's a political. Then Ghana don't care. Now be a political strength be a but the name say clubs in there and you won't get that. That's the point I'm trying to. You won't get that. You won't get that from Heart of Lions. You won't get that from Accra Lions. Because Accra Lions, they've also benefited from the system. Issue with Kimface Ama and a large group and they benefited. Mediama, Kotoko, Heart to Folk, Ediana, Bechem United, Brekum Chelsea, Odro Safo, Moto go Samates. Recently said Monaka and Kotoko, a car, F in what they call. At the core, you can say US. You are talking about. I'm just trying to establish the relationship. I'm not in the coy. I know how pointing is on your leader of delegation.
He wants to
say a leader of delegation. So what? So all of a sudden, why do you?
But Mr. To you and I know, you and I know that Samates is on the side of the FA.
Oh no.
Go Stars on the side of the FA.
I don't know.
Okay, Mr. Toad, I know. Mr. Toad, then I'm
for about 3 years near Mark of appointment. Tinansia Kotokone FA Kambomi. And I look at last stars. Yama Isama do position Kakao equipment officer. Because he said the FA no and the Kotoko Kambu. I grown a son, he didn't.
The point is, see, all expected clubs and they say, woman, sorry, unya clubs bear fight. All of us. Say if you are expecting the clubs, unless Mr. Tobia wouldn't be in. But the any clubs here or Ghana.
I have followed this game enough. They're all can. It's not as if I don't know. I mean, I could actually. I'm saying that. Maybe I won't know. They won't know. If there should be a change of system. And I say if the clubs or Ghana wants to change something, it's not always the clubs that should change
so the until I'll call all Ghana. But if you wanted to come from the clubs, you won't get them. Maybe point I'm person me making no. So if it's from the clubs there, then the third term will happen. Because it seems that the clubs are comfortable with it.
If you are the clubs, that's not how they say it. Say this is the best they've had. So what I say,
and that's why they support it.
But in America say we were 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you are mentioning names. That wasn't where they were.
But now they are there.
No, but it doesn't mean they will be there forever. In America say, what's
2 years ago, Matthias, 2 years ago, Kotoko Midiama.
Me mentioning names.
Me too.
You are
mentioning names. Nations FC. Nations FC is on the side of the FA.
I don't care and I don't know, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that people don't take permanent positions.
But as of now,
now.
Wow,
the GFA president has 3 years to go. So where you are now, it's even not necessary. Because BBN were just and never going to go and remove
I say the second time we 3 years.
And
I say no, but so you changes.
So when I say we were because at the moment where they are, that's not coming because you see I because in the second time we have no go here. It only Okraku there na be. What would you do?
But me say, if there is any agenda by the FA president, so obetimi asesa ran for him to go on a third term. Clubs now so person almost stop for at this point here you can say the positions are clubs when it comes to FA. Anyhow they are closer to him, he will get his way.
So it gets to whether it is legal to do that or not. What my dear no, one narrow no. So what I say, there are situations where one person can test law. And then behind the democracy the Kotwana. You have situation where nipa bako. Etimi a challenge this okay. Yen chim yen konyan kope better interpretation. So what I say, so where they are, where they are today, the man has 3 years to go. So whether you are with him or you are not with him, at least nimfie mi ensani de danim.
But so to infie mi ensani ye ka sa emrani betimi asesa ma na etimi akọ term asem ne ye ka. And I know na me say if we want the change to come from the clubs, we should forget it. Because at this point in the senior that is not how the clubs see it. Because we will to say clubs standing up to say no, this should not happen. No, the club obeying. One is sorry. Who is speaking? One Bekasa.
Because they are convinced he's doing well.
Exactly. So if they are convinced he's doing well, then they will give him the backing to continue.
So continue for 8 years. For continue to have his 8 years.
They will continue for whichever agenda he wants to achieve to happen.
Is that today there are two schools of thought. Nana Akufo-Addo according 8 years every year. Ghana for United this or there. Into constitution or Kodanam Nako 12 years. What I say? Then it moves to an issue of law. And legalities. It's not a direct contest that we are going to say, yeah, uncle. So that's why I'm coming to say, in terms of his 8 years, but to have an extension, which is a novel, it hasn't happened. He's testing them. It is not something like changing our Obi could decide. That one person can stand up and say that this thing is illegal.
Also, the 3 years then. So, Mr. Yasin, call third term.
It's not like that.
No. Normalization committee by no and omo ka say yenye ni 2 for now. Na mo amu ko tenasia, na mo ama take mu decision say whether you want to extend it or keep it with the 2. That is what happened when the normalization committee omumra. It question and take ko more than 3. Or 3.
Okay, I'm in a quick one because of time. Just him say Jibo. Nana akasi. No. So nana akasi. I'm the demonstration. Just to add to the contribution made by the last speaker, I don't know whether it's Obed or yourself, especially the part about journalists. I led the Save Ghana Football demonstration, even though I'm not a sports journalist. A day after that, the section of sports journalists in Accra highly organized a presser to say that Ghana football is in safe hands. This is where we are now. Okay. This is what he's talking about.
So, Mr. Oto, my point is,
uh-huh.
Nyantechi 2005, NBA 2009, SR 2009, coming back to a 3. It's normalization committee, the best son. I can't say, see, any 2. And even at that time, the clubs were even talking about it. No, in order not to us to create any debate, you know. If you want the person to go beyond the 3. So now that we are speaking, the power to decide will end up coming back to voting based on what is on the day, and will come back to voting.
Now normalization in the clubs. Normalization in the clubs.
Unless there's another normalization committee coming. But the MMA can say if you are expecting the agenda to come from the clubs, it will not come because the clubs are in bed with the FA. And that is why I've given you instances. Mama of the clubs.
Which instances?
Now I've mentioned the clubs. And I'm telling you how they are affiliated to the system. Vision FC, Heart of Lions, No, I am giving you the list.
What then I'm saying that the list doesn't help.
Let's pick Kwesi as example. You don't sure say Ankebeti ko Congress bia. See ko election clubs never talk about the percentage.
No.
But they took Anas who was not a football player.
Exactly. So maybe point say if you're expecting it from the clubs, because all our convoy is coming from the clubs. No. So unless there's a higher power,
but unless there's a higher power,
unless there's a higher power. So
unless something different outside football, and never strike football, but from the football people, it will happen.
Something different. That also count.
The possibility of that happening, as against football for any take your decision, the possibility of something or less as against football for no, unless you have something. But they expect clubs.
What's the point you are making? Nobody is saying that club will be affiliated or not. But I'm saying that's not enough. It's not enough.
For now, that is enough.
No, it's not like that. That's not enough. Say will be affiliated or not. Clubs were affiliated. Nyantechi had the backing of clubs more than Get. I mean, genuine ones.
Yes.
Because clubs really loved him. But I got to the time where Ghana 4 virtually became a bit pissed off with him.
Yes.
Before we realized he was not there. So I'm saying that if you skew the argument to clubs, you see football, no, they hold it in trust for Ghanaians. So man, I'm going to say, insofar as the clubs are with you, you are safe. That's the point I'm making.
I know, but Emrane say, at the end of the day, or more to me to decide clubs. And I just we outside can talk. We can say whatever we want to say. Ghanaians can be angry. But at the end of the day,
like that.
And your clubs ne kotuaba. Ghanaians don't vote unless you are a member. Even if you are a club umpa, or you say kojina to, I won't even koto. And to more to me to decide. No, comes back to the clubs.
Through this and then come. I think your point is well made. Yeah, that's it. For a very good point. Amen Scientific Hospital. Was it for stroke no bra? For one sembra. Never all chronic diseases. But chef 24 different certified medications near war. Kumasi Achuma Techiman, Kwada Sofuansi Road. We have 18 branches across Ghana. Your number near 0277 001234. 0277 001234. 0241 367349. 0241 367349. Amen. Allow Shafi Zach 1 out 3 hours. Na Kanjen and Najik.